Carvel on the beat.
Anyways, so I'm Milk. Welcome to the Wackcast. I'm introducing you two new people and two old people who you already know. Beckett or Bucket or the editor. James, the man I'm going to throw off a balcony.
Yeah, that's me.
Spoon, the co-host. Nick, the producer. And this is the Wackcast. Anyways, Bucket, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell them the story of how we met.
Well, my name is Beckett, more referred to as Bucket. I did this podcast so I could just say truck it. It made Jesus on a sunny day. I guess you could say I'm a little gay.
He did his funny rap.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He did do the rap. He's also known for the bucket rap. If any of you know what that is, the bucket rap.
Is the link going to be in the description below?
Yeah,
Along with
honestly, we should link it.
Coca-Cola sponsorship.
Oh, yes. Anyways, I met Jesus. I known him for a long time, but I really met him in 8th grade. He told me the story because I purposely got it out of my memory because it brought me PTSD. So yeah, one day he just walked up to me and it's like, "Hey Beckett," and no, fuck, you didn't know. He didn't know my name. Oh my!
I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And he's like, "Oh, my name's Beckett." I'm like, it's stupid. I'm gonna call you Bucket." And after that, he's just been kind of known as Bucket.
Yeah, and I was literally depressed for the entire day. I was sad because like I had no friends, and like the person that just made fun of my name. It's great. We're good friends now, though. No.
Yeah, and
it's like the start of an anime.
Yeah,
exactly. And with my good friend James, I met him actually. He was talked to me about from my friend Minion. Hopefully we can get him on here, but
yeah, if we could get him.
Knowing him, he won't.
Yeah, he's more introverted than half of the teenagers out there today.
He's a literal hermit, man, dude. He just stays inside and games.
He's worse than a Buddhist monk.
I mean, at least
No. Can't be having that disrespect to my boy Bronwyn. Listen, Bronwyn's the biggest baller I know.
Well, I mean, he is a
No. Wait. I have seen him play basketball before. He's been tossing out the moves. Like, he did this one, he's like, "Yo, dude, this is the move that made LeBron cry." And then he kind of did this thing. And then he just, hit a 6-pointer.
He's doing a really cool basketball move. I know you guys can't see it.
Nah, I'm going to put subtitles here. Vigorously moving.
There's no disrespect towards Bronwyn. I love my boy Bronwyn.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anyway, so, Bronwyn, or as I call him, Minion, he was just hyping James up to, a demigod status. Straight up Greek god, man, dude.
Were you not
And then I met him
impressed?
in tech.
Like Aldrich from Dark Souls.
Exactly, yeah, no, then I met him in tech.
If you would have a chiseled marble sculpture of James, it would be beautiful. A massive veins on his
All right.
PG-13.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, so I met him. He was hyped up. I thought he was good at basketball, and let's just say I may or may not have hyped him up to some people. May or may not have entered him into a tournament, and then proceeded to realize it was all wrong.
I didn't
He
know it was
did. No, he did do all of that.
Like a match, not like a tournament.
I don't remember, dude.
Like Pokemon.
It was probably just a game to 20 and 1s and 2s or something.
Yeah. Anyways, so I hyped him up to that. Turns out he can't do anything, and he's shit at basketball.
No, don't disrespect my boy James of the Joyce like that.
He told me he was bad at basketball.
He's really good at tennis. My boy's really good at tennis.
Which is the second whitest sport besides lacrosse.
Oh, lacrosse.
What about golf?
No, that's just a rich person sport.
Yeah. The only golf person the only person I know that golfs is Tiger Woods.
Yeah, and
that's the only person I can name off the top of my head.
Yeah, so it's not a white person sport.
Anyway, this all happened on the camping. The camping trip is a whole slew of stories.
Apparently, it's infamous.
Yeah, no, we got the Grill Master Spatula story. The story of Nick almost lost $8,000. How we all slept in a tent together. And Park was beaten by Ethan because he couldn't find the strawberry sauce.
No, it was not me who was beaten by Ethan. It was actually collectively James and I who were beaten by Ethan. I think James probably got the worst end of it, but yeah, that was a night.
And then I almost got kidnapped. It was quite a fun story. But why don't you tell them about the Grill Master Spatula story, Spoon?
I had to gather my thoughts real quick because I've already told this story like once before. This is like take 8, mind you. We've had to restart more than you in the bedroom having sex with your girlfriend.
One time, baby.
No. So I think so. It was day 2 of the camping trip. I think we've already established that it's day 2 of the camping trip. And the first night we had a dinner of oysters. I don't know where or how Jesus got the oysters.
Don't worry about it, baby. They were good, though.
But he got oysters. Jesus and I were literally the only 2 people that actually enjoyed them. Nick ate one alive. James hated them, and Ethan didn't even try one. Ethan would be a good guest star.
No, he did. He put it in his mouth and then spit it out, and then Jesus.
Oh yeah.
He just gave it. Yeah. He didn't even tell me he ate it. He put it in his mouth. He's like, "Oh, here you go." He's just. I decided I didn't want to eat one. I'm like, "Oh, okay, thanks." He's like, "That was in my mouth." I'm like, what
yeah.
the fuck,
Ethan would be a really good guest star on here. Well, that'd be great to have him on here. So so we had oysters the first night. They weren't too bad. They weren't, clams are better.
The face that James is making.
He's doing a scared pog. But day two we had burgers. And because we're all American, besides Jesus. We like ourselves. we like burgers. Burgers are great.
Hey, Ice, come and pick this boy up. Yeah. I'll give you the address. Just hit me up in the DM.
Day 2, we had burgers, and we had everything there to make the burgers. We had the patties, we had, I think, cheese if people wanted to melt, or if they just wanted to be, like, basic to just lay it on there without melting it. I don't know why anyone would do that. The proper way to make it is you cook it, and then right before you, like, put it on the bun, you melt some cheese over it. Mighty good. But we had the condiments too. We had like mustard, ketchup. I think we had mayonnaise, because mayonnaise on burgers actually isn't that bad. I bought barbecue sauce as well. Ethan fucking hated that. Ethan was ranting the whole time about he's like, you blew your money on barbecue sauce. Why do we have barbecue sauce here? And then after the burgers were made and everything, he put the most barbecue sauce on his fucking burgers and still gave me shit for it. But we got the patties out and we were cooking them on the grill. I think we were doing it by 4 each or 3 each, something like that. Because
we only had enough.
It wasn't that big of a grill. There's like it
was like circular.
There's like the dig out and the dugout for the fire, and then like right next to it is the grate for like the coals and everything. And it wasn't very big. Yeah. And Nick drowned it in lighter fluid. But one way to get a fire started. But not to my knowledge, we didn't bring a spatula. So we didn't have anything to flip the burgers with, because I thought we had a spatula. So unbeknownst to me, I didn't even bother to check, because I was like, I'll just get the spatula, bada bing, bada boom. But
the spatula was a rusty wire.
But we didn't have a spatula, so we were not running, but we were looking around the campsite for stuff to flip the burger with. Originally, we were using 2 really shitty Swiss Army knives. that one of the patties broke in half, and one of the halves fell into the fucking fire, and then Nick put more lighter fluid on it. So, and then we saw, I think it was either me or Jesus that saw this, the popcorn with the wire handles, and you hold it over the fire, and it makes it's like the TV popcorn stuff that if you put it in a microwave, you're actually not gonna live until you're 28. But we saw that, and it was kind of burnt out, and I was like, wait. I took mechanics class. I'm good at metal. What if I jimmy rig this into a spatula? That didn't work at all. We pierced it twice. It was rusted too, and we pierced it twice with a couple of the patties. Another one cut in half.
And then we try to roll the the
Yeah,
pieces.
we tried to roll it. One of them almost fell in the fire. It was really bad. So I was like, okay. So I handed it to my boy James. And I was like, here, make tongs out of it. We'll make tongs. We'll pick them up and flip them. That's got to work. The burgers were literally fucking cinder blocks because when we tried to pick them up with those tongs, it bent the fucking tongs. Again, like 2 of them almost fell in the thing. I managed to get one of them cooked with the shitty tools, but I guess this family, like, because we were over by the bathrooms, our campsite was literally right next to the bathrooms, so this family was staring at us the whole time that we were making burgers. They were laughing at our suffering.
Apparently we humored them enough to where they took pity.
So the mom was like, do you guys want a spatula? And we didn't know where that came from, and we look over and the windows rolled down in this car, and then there's just this woman staring at us, and she's like, do you guys want a spatula? Looking like you're having a real rough time there. And we were like, yeah, we'd love a spatula. Well, that'd be great. It'd make our lives 10 times easier. So she's like, all right, what if one of you guys come back to our campsite? You can grab the spatula, and then we'll come back and drop you off. Jesus, no question, gets up and starts walking over there, and he's like, wait a minute. What if they're trying to kidnap me? So he, like, full-blown rewinds, like, sit down.
Like I actually just fucking, like, stopped and I rewinded while just making eye
It was like
contact.
someone replaying a VHS. It was comical.
Because, like, no, it didn't click in my brain yet because I was just so done with, like, us trying to, like,
all of us
cook the meat with, like, rusty spoons and everything.
All of us were looking at him, too, like, you're a fucking idiot. Why? When someone says, oh yeah, come with me, you don't go, oh shit, I gotta go with them.
No, dude, because like at that point, like all we were eating was like little chunks of meat and
yeah, like I think Nick.
I mean, like
Nick had a full patty.
I think
Nick got a full patty.
Mine was the one that fell into the fire.
Oh yeah, no, Ethan was the one that got a full patty
because
Ethan wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was complaining the whole time.
No, internally your brain knew that it was a danger. You're just so fucking done with it.
Yeah, no, I was done with it. I'm like,
it wasn't his brain. It took all of us to look at him for it to register. Wait, maybe this is
no, dude. Basically, going to like, even if I get kidnapped, dude, it's gotta be better than this camping trip right now, dog.
No, you can't even say that. We had a good time.
That's true.
But so the family, I think that it also registered in the family's brain too, because the mom, like, instantly after she saw Jesus stop, was like, "Wait, why don't we just grab it and bring it back?" And we were like, "Yeah, you should probably do that." Yeah. So they were gone for like 15 minutes. I managed to get another patty cooked. I think I gave that one to Jesus or James. I gave it to one of the two, but they refused to take it because it had rust on it. It was... Yeah, that one was fun. So that one also had like a pierced hole in it, so like it was bubbling on the inside.
The one that like melted and dropped into the fire in little chunks.
Oh yeah, that was the one that had.
I was so hungry.
That was the one that had lighter fluid on it too.
No. And then like during the entire time, anytime like chunks would fall off, we'd grab and just feed it to James, like it was a fucking little animal or something.
James. We had a special name for him on the camping trip. Maybe like. We'll say it eventually. I think that's more Nick's field, but not now. But so the family comes back. And one of the girls gets out of the car. She hands me the spatula. I'm like, "Yo, thank you so much." And she's like, no problem. You guys can keep it." And then she like also VHS rewind back into the fucking car. Like she didn't even fucking turn around. She just like stared right at me and backed up into the fucking car. And I was like, oh. Everyone's on a VHS today.
Dude, it looked exactly.
Bro, that's the pity.
Dude, it's like 90s HBO. I'm into this, but like, so we managed to get them all cooked. But as I was cooking the burgers, I was like, man, maybe if I put like black electrical tape on the handle, this would look like SpongeBob's spatula. So after I got that in my brain, I was like, yo. This is the Grill Master spatula. SpongeBob himself would approve of this. So, and I was hungry as fuck too, so you already know my brain wasn't working. So, after like much deliberation between James and Jesus and myself, we universally agreed that this spatula that saved our lives will now be known as...
Let us have a feast that night.
Yeah, let us have a fucking feast from McDonald's, baby. But like... Let us eat like fucking kings that night. That spatula, still sitting in my room to this day, will be known as the Grill Master spatula. I still have it. It still works. Still looks like SpongeBob spatula. I love it. It's so good.
So when I first heard that joke, I was like, I was gonna do something, but I didn't want to interrupt. I was thinking like, oh my god, that's like Tetanus 2.0 burger. That's stupid.
I feel like if we ate that burger,
there was one burger that like everyone universally agreed, no, we don't touch it. we don't touch that burger.
But yet we still fed people little chunks of meat.
What do you mean people? We fed James.
James was hella hungry that day.
So the bag of coals, right? It was just sitting there, and we were like, "Wow, I wish we had a use for this, right?"
Oh yeah, the coals.
And we looked at James,
the bag of
and we were like,
coals.
"Oh."
I mean, what else did you do on the trip? Did you bring any beverages to refresh yourself?
Yes. I'm pretty sure we brought ourselves a Coca-Cola. I'm pretty sure it was either Coca-Cola or other Coca-Cola associated beverages.
Only brand name Coca-Cola.
No.
Exactly.
I'm not even joking. The only thing that fucking lasted us that entire camping trip was us buying a shit ton of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we bought like 2 12-packs, but Coca-Cola, the nice refreshing taste, goes well with anything, man.
What about when somebody stole a hot dog bun?
Oh
I
yeah.
do love my James.
James
has to tell that one. The
dude,
hot
What
dog
do you mean? And
buns.
then it's like there's not much to tell.
No, okay, so
we
hot
returned
dog
from
buns.
we all left camp, and then when we came back, our hot dog buns were gone.
no, dude, that's how we also found the rusty thing too, because it was just in our campsite.
Someone raided our campsite. I'm telling you.
No,
They
dude.
broke the chair. They broke Ethan's very sturdy.
Dude, Ethan's
$15
chair
Walmart
was like an
chair.
anime plot. It kept breaking the further and further we got into the camping trip.
Like you could tell how close we were to the end because the chair was on its last.
You could tell which arc we were on depending on the fucking quality of the
last
chair.
day, dude. You couldn't even sit in it. It was kind of like a little slope. Oh yeah, Nick.
Nick and his fucking Steam account.
Oh, hey, you know,
Yeah, right. We were
you know how
just
Parker
here,
is
Nick.
the Grill
You
Master
tell the story.
spatula? I got a pair
So we
of
didn't
tongs
really have
called, I
service
call them
out
the
there,
spread
right?
master.
And I kind of noticed. I got a Steam notification saying something was happening with my account, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty weird. I'll check it tomorrow." And then when we finally got to somewhere with service, I was like, "Oh, my account just had a bunch of skins stolen from it, and it's compromised, and I can't change that unless I go home." And it was really, really odd because we were in the middle of nowhere. My authenticator wasn't working, which is why they got into my Steam account. I didn't really appreciate it.
It was pretty bugged.
all of those hours on CS:GO would have died. Not even CS:GO. CS:GO sucks. Not to get political or anything.
Not to get political.
Hey, yo, the Russian side of our followers are now gonna come after us. Good job.
Anyone who watches Anomaly is gonna fucking kill you.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
You got any stories, Bucket?
Oh my goodness, I have so many stories, but I'm gonna limit it to one today because I gotta drag this podcast on as long as possible for my revenue stream.
You know what I always say: a story a day keeps the subs away.
A story a day gives us more chances to get our Coke sponsorship. Am I right?
Coca-Cola sponsorship.
Oh
2
man.
ounces of heroin a day makes the pain go away.
Yeah, Jesus would know.
Oh my goodness.
Black tar
Okay.
heroin.
I
Okay.
need help.
So recently, I got a job at Roundtable that Parker tried to apply to, and he somehow didn't.
Jobs just don't work.
But that's fine because apparently they wanted to hire this dude, and that's been great. I've
Who's
been working
this
there. Beckett Kernmount.
Who's Beckett Kernmount? I only know Bucket and the editor.
Sorry. Becker XD. Okay, yes,
I know
okay.
that man.
Yes, that man too. Okay, God,
was in
I
Nom
go
with
by
that
an
man.
alias of names. So recently I got a job, and I've been doing a lot of the dirty work because A, I find it a lot more enjoyable than making the pizzas because apparently I hate myself, and B,
Really
I'm just used to doing stuff around the house, and so I just kind of like transferred over. So I've been working there for about 3 weeks, right? I've been doing the bathrooms and shit, and for a while now, and there's this group of random people that went through the fucking bathroom. And
Sixth grade. Okay.
and it's just we didn't know who they were because everyone just shuffles in, shuffles out to the bathroom. We're like whatever. So by the end of the night, I usually like mop the floors, fucking sweep them, and clean up the stalls. So one night I was cleaning up the trash. I was picking up the trash. And even though I was being safe, I grabbed the trash, something stuck into my hand. It was sharp and it was painful. I was like, oh, fuck. And, well, obviously, because it's like, and then I was alone in the bathroom, so no one else was around me. And I took it out. I took it out of the thing. It was a needle. It was like a needle that you would insert into your arm.
Hey, Beckett did heroin during war.
I know.
I mean, he does work around table.
I know.
How do you think he gets through the nights?
The story was just a cover-up.
I got a little bit of that hit, you know?
The story was just a little cover-up, dude. You got no patience.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you, anytime he messes up an order, he's like, oh shit, I forgot to put the pepperonis on there.
Hey, can I go to the bathroom real quick? Okay, so I did that, and I immediately, I'm like, my mom is a nurse, and, you know, she told me, like, that's one of the worst things that can happen when you're changing the trash. So me saying, like, oh shit, I had a mini panic attack, because who knows, there's probably hepatitis B or AIDS in this needle. I could have absolutely no fucking idea. So I go to the boss, I'm like, yeah, I was doing the trash, and, this fucking needle stuck in my hand. And he was like, that has never happened. And he's been working at the store for 40 years. So to cut a long story short, the next day I immediately go to, like, you know, Sutter Health. I get all my blood drawn to test to make sure that I don't have AIDS. Literally, not even as a joke. Like, I don't literally have AIDS. And
it'd be funny if you had AIDS.
What would be even more funny, and I'm not even joking, they come out, they're like, so you don't have hepatitis B, you don't got AIDS. No, that needle was safe, but you do have COVID-19.
That would be oh my goodness. And weeks go by, and I go back and thank God, the mysterious needle from the random dude that probably did heroin inside of my bathroom didn't have any diseases. But then they're like, your hepatitis B, you know, enzymes or whatever the fuck they're called in your body are low, and your immune system is very compromised. You got to get that. So they just got a needle that's literally 1.5 inches long. That same day, I'm like, oh, okay. They stick it in my arm. Are you guys scared of needles?
Yeah.
Bruh, I didn't even feel it go in my arm.
I'm not scared of needles, dude.
I put it in my arm. I'm like, is it in my arm? And then I felt the liquid go, and I was like,
How did it feel?
And no, it felt weird because it felt like literally like liquid slowly dispersing in my arm, and that was the most. Honestly, that was
the worst feeling. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, is when you get like vaccinated and like, after they put the shot in, like, you can still, like, kind of feel it, and then, like, it starts to bruise.
Well, yeah, because it's your body, like, being like, we don't like this in our body.
Wait a minute, there's a disease in here that's gonna kill another disease? What the fuck is this?
All right, no, but when you talked about the bathroom, do you remember, did you go to science camp?
I'm with the science team!
Oh, my God, I didn't go to the science camp. I think you told me about the story, but I wasn't part of it.
Should I tell the story today?
You know what, man? Let's continue with random things going into people's arms or whatever, you know?
No, I mean the bathroom story.
The bathroom, okay.
It was burrito night that day, right?
Oh, shit.
We didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to happen. I walked in there, and I saw that day.
Oh, no.
I walked in there, and there was fecal matter just all over the wall.
It looked like AM/PM, didn't it?
Yeah. Someone literally reached in, grabbed it, and put a handprint right on the fucking ceiling. The ceiling of the bathroom just had a shit-covered handprint. He literally walked up, copied that shit up there.
That literally sounds like an AM/PM
Yeah, I know.
bathroom.
The bathroom was so much shit there, dude. It was so fucking horrible that night.
That sounds like when you go into AM/PM's bathroom at like 3 in the morning and there's like some fucking crackhead in the corner.
You know what's gonna happen. And like the burrito night was just the most horrible night because that one bathroom was completely gone, dude.
What did you do?
What do you? I'm in 6th grade, dude. I'm an edgy kid.
Continue spreading that shit. What does edgy mean?
I didn't spread it. I just walked in, I saw it, and I was like, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? And I just ran out. Didn't tell anyone. And later the teacher thought it was me, but I was like, dude, do you see the handprint on the ceiling? You really think I could reach that? And that's the only way I cleared my name among the teachers, was like, because I was fucking short. And I was like, you really think I can reach up there?
Dude, Ed, that's so... Our science camp, we broke a bunk bed. That's like the only like cool, funny
We farted on Aiden Quinn.
That sounds about
You
right.
had a bunk with Aiden Quinn?
Yeah, and we farted on him.
Yo, if we could get Big Daddy Quinn on this podcast, if we could get Big Daddy Quinn on this podcast.
All right, but do you hear that? I think it's time for some hypotheticals.
I mean, I have more stories about shit.
Shut up, hypotheticals.
So you've been cleared to commit war crimes, right? Well, let's say you're in Tiananmen Square in China, right? What do you do, James?
I like where this is going.
I don't. All right, let's cut.
I live with a horse in my actions.
All right, let's cut the commercial.
Fun fact, did you know that this was recorded 2 months ago?
All right, now that we're back,
Commercial was
Let's cut to commercial again.
Other fun fact, I was just extremely lazy.
Hi, welcome back.
all right, now that we've cut to commercial, cut back, cut to commercial, cut back. Here's with the hypothetical. All right.
But you don't have premium, so this is another commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, another commercial.
No.
All right, now we're back.
Want to bring
Now
them
we're back, yeah. Oh, by the way, have you heard of this wonderful drink called Coca-Cola?
We need more sponsors than just Coca-Cola.
No. Ray-Bans. Sponsor.
Raycon. Let's do it, Raycon.
Ray J.
Ray
Please give us
Con.
a sponsorship.
Honey.
Raycon, please.
Honey.com.
Honey.com.
Raycons are apparently good. That's what I've heard. Sponsor me.
I have no problems with Raycon whatsoever.
They're pretty good. Aerodynamic. More aerodynamic than a
Great
Jeep.
battery life and great sound quality.
Cheaper than mine.
Cheaper than AirPod Pros. The way to go. They're probably
they're cheaper than mine.
they're probably cheaper than, probably more aerodynamic than a lobster. Who knows? A good sponsor us, Raycon.
Have you seen a lobster though?
What?
Have you seen a lobster though? Like it's like
No, you know a lobster's actually more aerodynamic than like a Jeep.
It's a Jeep Wrangler.
what? A Jeep is literally like.
I'm not even joking, dude. I'm not even joking. A lobster is more aerodynamic than a Jeep. Anyways, hypothetically,
Be done, James.
Parker,
Yes,
hypothetically, would you go get my sock if you threw it off the balcony?
I would not, because I wouldn't do something as heinous as throw your socks off the balcony.
Well, who'd you say?
James would.
Now, James.
Wait.
Now,
Hypothetically-
James.
Hypothetically, if your wife caught you sleeping with another man, and then she
Now,
said-
James.
and then she left the
Hypothetically,
house
would you
and
go
was
get my
taking the
sock?
kids and forcing you to pay alimony?
Actually, I really like his hypothetical.
I like his
It
hypothetical.
is pretty good.
No, yeah.
But James, would
you kill yourself or not?
I would.
I feel like
Now,
that's
James,
the only way
Go
out.
get the sock, James.
Let's say hypothetically, if I
God,
pointed
James,
a gun
you
at you,
bumped the
would you
table
go
and I lost my
downstairs
will to
and get my
live.
sock?
Now let's say hypothetically. Now I think
Filthy, Jesus,
I think
your
we already
sock
did
is
this
not-
joke last time on the podcast, but let's say hypothetically, old MacDonald lived on a farm,
Let's say hypothetically.
and hypothetically he had this dog, and Bingo was his name-o.
The amount of times I've tried to record episodes of the Wackcast is so many.
There's so
much.
Yeah, there's so many like debut episodes that are just sitting on Jesus's phone waiting to be uploaded.
They're all horrible. If you guys are wondering.
It's like an 80s band's debut album. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, but like, hey,
We
it
still don't know
works.
what we're doing, and we have an editor.
No, we do know what we're doing now. We're professional gamers.
Exactly. All right. Anyways, so yeah, no, we the amount of times we've tried it is quite funny. But all right, so hypothetically, this is from my friend Hydra. Are traps gay? Now I will be starting with me since I said it. Personally, no, I don't think they're gay. Like, if you're just dressing up to be a trap, I'm not. Like, you can even ask Park about this. I've debated on getting a maid outfit.
He hasn't debated. He was gonna send it up to my house, and I would have to explain to my parents why there's a maid outfit at my
Yeah,
house.
basically. So yeah, I say no, they're not gay, and I am a bisexual male. So, why don't you go, Bucket?
I am as straight as a nail.
It's true, he dated a woman.
Yeah, that's ample proof.
He dated a woman. I guess he's not gay.
I guess they're not gay. I don't know, because gay has a negative negative context behind it. Not only there, but
Not really anymore.
not
Like,
really. Well,
maybe if you were living in
Yeah, it depends on the context.
like if you were living in the 90s, yeah, if you were gay, you're going to hell. But like nowadays, nah, dude.
Well, it depends because it still can be used as an insult. So like but that's kind of besides the point. I feel like it's kind of complicated because I feel like gay describes a person in a certain way, and I'm not sure if that would really describe a trap. So I would say no, traps are not gay.
Exactly. Anyways, we're going to skip over James since the multiple comments he made, the multiple times you've had to edit him out. Hey,
The multiple times I made I'd say correct assumptions about
James,
the
I swear to God, dude, this is like the only time they're going to actually hear your voice. Because every time you speak your mouth, we have to cut you out. You are literally not going to exist in this Wackcast. Alright, anyways, let's go to Parker now.
So this isn't a bit. We're actually skipping James.
Well, no. This actually reminds me of this weird story I have where, like, so me and my family would eat food out of this lady's trash. But then one day, I smelled rat poison on some of the food. So my father...
This is Ratatouille plot. This is the plot of Ratatouille. You just actually want people to hear your voice because you are literally edited out of this Wackcast because of things you said, James.
I feel like it'd be so much better if James just came out and said, I'm not comfortable answering these questions.
I wish the actions of my life could be edited out.
All right, anyways, Parker.
Jesus Christ.
Parker, you go.
I think it's more or less the mentality than it is like the action itself.
Yeah, so like if the person themselves is gay.
Like if
then
the
it
person
is.
themselves
Or homosexual.
themselves. As a straight white man, personally, I think that no. It really does depend on the mentality.
Yeah.
Then again, like I guess a lot of people would argue that I shouldn't really have a say in the matter, considering, straight white men are becoming a
crime.
It's basically a war crime now.
All right. Anyways, Nick, please do not have us edit this part out. Anyways, so Beckett, anyone else have any more hypotheticals, or should we just end it off on that hypothetical?
So hypothetically, we get a Coke sponsorship, right? What do you do? What's your reaction?
I mean, once we get a Coke sponsorship, if we do it, hypothetically, it'd be the greatest day in our life because, as we know, Coca-Cola is the best thing that has ever happened. Humans gaining sentience? No, not even coming close to Coca-Cola being created because it is so amazing.
And their new refined recipe is better than ever.
Have they even changed it?
I mean, they
took the cocaine out of it.
they took the cocaine.
They took the cocaine out of it and were like, good enough.
And it still hits the same with the same addictive properties.
I don't know, there was a Twitter post where they're like, fuck it, 2020 is really bad, we're putting the Coke back in.
Alright, anyways, so, should we end it off on that?
I don't know, does anyone else have any more hypotheticals? As the co-host, I have, gamer rights to ask this question.
Yeah.
No?
All right. Anyways, we'll end it off there before our poor editor has to do more editing. Anyways, thank you so much. This is the Wackcast. I'm Milk, signing off. Remember, stay foolish, stay hungry, everyone.
My balls to the table.
My name is Beckett, more for 2S Bucket. I did this rap so I could just say truck it. I really don't care what people have to say. I honestly cry if I had a bad day. My name is Beckett, more for 2S Bucket. I did this rap so I could just say truck it. I really don't care what people have to say. I honestly cry if I had a bad day.
As Linus from Linus Tech Tip said, hard in the front, soft in the back.
I tried to go big brain on this and James fucking